Yes, friends. Cheese here from the Paddock F1 Podcast. We're back. My Team Career Mode, Season 2, Round 21. The Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, baby. Everybody, we all know it. The Senna S. Technical sections. It's a fun track. Big battle here with Alpine for the last couple races. So we'll see if we can get that 5th place in the Constructors. Get that cash. If you don't mind, please hit that subscribe and like button to follow us out here, help us out here at the channel as well. But yeah, Brazil. Let's get into it. We'll see what we can do for the weekend. Oh yes, friends. Go fast day on a Friday. That only means it's sprint weekend. We're throwing the lid on. We'll see if we can do better qualifying this time. Alright, here we go. First run Q1. Oh, big moment there in the sun asses. To the line. Only 15th. 16th. Well, that ain't good. Okay, here we go. Final run in Q1. Can we get out? Another moment in the Senna S. We overbroke. We broke too late.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us.
Whew, P12 or throw. Whew. Alright, here we go. Our one and only run in Q2. We only have one set of fresh rubber. So here we go. And we screw up the Senna S again. Way wide in the final corner. Definitely not getting the Q3. Yep, not with that garbage time. 16th it is, we'll start for the sprint. There you go, we're out. That lap was awful. Totally awful. Crofty's got an extra sprint.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Ricciardo, Russell, Ocon, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, Gasly, Latifi, Oscar Piastri and Mick Schumacher, Magnussen, O'Reilly, Yuki Tsunoda and Robert Schwartzman, Stroll, Joe, Théo Pourchaire and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
All right, here we go. Sprint race, Brazil. We're going to go mediums. Looks like it's going to rain, so that'll spice things up. Let's give it the full beans. See where we're going to end up starting the race. All right, here we are. Lights are on. Brazilian sprint. Awful start. Mega wheel spin.
The energy stores depleting, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
All right, we hold serve. Bump wheels of Schumacher.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Gonna get under K-Mag here. And we'll get Piastri here too. Not a bad start. That was my mistake. Wow, back end just started sliding all over the place.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I think I just saw some rain. Oh, there's our second warning. Track limits. That same corner too.
Yellow flag.
Ricardo's out.
Okay, clear.
Oh.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
Wow, they disabled DRS already.
Okay, the stewards have now disabled.
Everybody's coming in. Need a good stop this week, boys. Ah, we did it again, too early.
Good job from you and the crew there, mate. We're satisfied with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Alright, final lap of the sprint. This rain really bottomed us out. First place finish in the sprint. Alright, here are sprint results here in Brazil. Lando gets the W, Leclerc second, Perez third, Verstappen, Russell, Ocon. That's not going to help us out. That's 3 points for Alpine now too. Bottas, Gasly, Hamilton, and Teo for 10th. Lance Stroll, Austin 12th, Piastri, Magnussen, Latifi, Zhou, Tsunoda, Sainz way down there. Schumacher, Schwartzman, Albon, and Ricciardo rounded out. Alright. Crofty will take it away next for the race.
Welcome along then to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the very final corner. And just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Ocon, Valtteri Bottas, and Verstappen. O'Reilly, Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty. Oscar Piastri, and Kevin Magnussen. Zhou, Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, and Gasly. Mick Schumacher, Hamilton, Robert Schwartzman, and Teo Pourchaire. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Stroll, Albon, they've taken a grid penalty. Latifi and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Alright, here we are, Race J in Brazil. We're going to go softs to the hards. That's what the team says. We're going to do it. Drop the fuel. Let's give it the beans. Got to finish in front of Ocon. That's for darn sure. Let's do this. Alright, here we are. Brazilian Grand Prix. Waiting on those 5 lights. We're underway. Wow, Ocon got himself up to like the lead. Wow. He's fighting with Perez.
Charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Hopefully they get damaged between the two of them.
Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast.
Oh, we got a safety car already. That Schwartzman and Schumacher, I think, are both out.
Okay, we've been informed due to increased...
Lewis Hamilton's out.
Moving from a virtual to a full safety car. Full safety car.
Well, that took long first lap.
Safety car in this lap. Safety
Oh,
car
here we
in
go.
this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Okay, clear.
Full attack mode. Great restart. Timed that perfectly.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. DRS is now enabled.
Fastest lap of the race. We're flying. Oh, a little too deep. You gotta stick with these guys. We're pulling away from everybody else.
Let's get past them.
I'm working on it, Elvis. Working on it. And there's the move on Lando.
Good job. Nice overtake.
We're not going to have DRS though. So it could be a sit and duck here.
We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
Hammer time. Ah. Couldn't do anything about it without the DRS. You have to give him room. Need a good stop from the boys. Keep us in this thing. We're going to be doing the undercut. All right, boys, we need it. There's the optimal. Good stop, boys.
Faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
All right, it's hammer time now. Lost all our pace on these hards. Alright, that was a personal best lap.
Losing some tyre grip anytime now. Gap to your teammate behind is 20.7 seconds. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Our gap to the car in front is 6.7 seconds.
Alright, here we go. Final lap.
Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Alright, we'll bring it home here. 8th place.
Race over, take care of the car on the way in.
McLaren have pulled it off. They've won in spectacular fashion here today. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm very happy to see them there on that top step of the podium.
All right, here we are. Final results here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Lando Norris gets the win. That'll also take him to first in the Drivers' Championship. We'll get into that in a second. Sergio Perez second. Esteban Ocon third. Round out the podium. Ugh. That's a massive point haul for Alpine. That's trouble for us. I think that might just put the nail in the coffin for them to get the 5th place finish. Let's see, Max Verstappen finishes 4th, then it's George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, us in 8th. 9th is Valtteri Bottas, and Pierre Gasly rounds out the points. Then it's Tsunoda, Latifi, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Zhou, Portimao, Rubbish, Stroll, Piastri, Albon, Hamilton, Schumacher, and Schwartzman to round it out. Let's go look at these standings. Lando now has an 8-point lead over Charles Leclerc heading into the final race. How about that? McLaren really wishes that was happening in real life, I'm sure. Charles Leclerc is second, as I said, 8 points back, and then Sergio Perez is 85. Max is 98, so they could be battling out there maybe a little bit for third, possibly. We're holding solid. We're now tied with Esteban. So he takes over 9th, we're 10th. How about that? Man, Alpine is just kicking us down. Kicking us. Damn. That's our rival right now. Big time. And there's it is in the Constructors. They now have a 14-point lead over us after this weekend. That might be insurmountable. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like we're finishing 6th. That's a bummer. Those awful DNFs in the season are going to come back to haunt us. To rue the day, as they say. Alright, we'll see you back at HQ. Alright, here we are back at HQ. We're going to jump right into activities. Short turnaround. Bingo bango. Yeah, sure, we'll do that too. We got a durability department event.
Take a look at this for us, please.
Oh, we're just going to decline that. We're not losing 750 points. Get the hell out of here.
Thanks. I appreciate you taking the time to help out.
Alright, so here we are. That's 21 down, 1 to go for Season 2. Thanks for watching. That's for sure. Please hit that subscribe and like button if you don't mind on the way out. As always, check out the podcast in the Paddock F1, in the Paddock F1 Podcast. Me and my boy Green, we do post-race recaps after every Formula One race Sunday. So yeah, we'll see you next time for Abu Dhabi. Yas Marina. Final race of Season 2. Then we'll probably dump all these resource points we got. We got a whole buttload of them. So until next time, as always, stay American, my friends. Peace.